Professionalism is at the core of the patient-doctor relationship and is absolutely fundamental for patient safety and the delivery of high-quality health care. The purpose of the 8th edition of the Guide to Professional Conduct and Ethics for Registered Medical Practitioners is twofold. It provides principles-based guidance to doctors on a wide range of scenarios that are likely to arise over the course of their professional careers, and also clarifies for patients the standards of care which they should expect from their doctor. As the last ethical guide was published in 2009, the updated guide reflects the evolving nature of medical practice. Here's what you need to know about this update. Chapter 1, Purpose. The opening chapter explains the purpose of the guide and implications for doctors. The most significant addition here is an explanation of the main implications for the Council following a recent Supreme Court decision. While the definitions of professional misconduct and poor professional performance remain unchanged, quoting directly from the Medical Practitioners Act 2007, the guide explains the Supreme Court's interpretation in the Corbally judgment that a failure to meet the standards of competence expected of medical practitioners means a serious failure. All grounds on which complaints can be made are set out in the guide. Chapter 2, Professionalism. The Council has identified 3 pillars of professionalism which underpin good care and are the foundations for the principles in this guide. Partnership. Doctors working together with patients and colleagues toward shared aims with mutual respect. Practice, the behavior and values that support good care, putting the interests and well-being of patients first. And performance, the behaviors and processes that provide the foundation for good care. These are the values and principles the Council expect all doctors to share, and therefore have provided a structure for the remainder of the guide, which has been arranged under these 3 pillars. Chapter 3, Partnership. A new paragraph on equality and diversity has been added to the guide to reflect the need for doctors to try to understand the cultural needs and contexts of different patients. The guidance on consent has been updated to address issues such as effective communication to enable shared decision-making. New guidance on the appropriate use of social media has been introduced, stressing the importance of maintaining professional standards when availing of these relatively new and emerging ways to communicate with patients, colleagues, and members of the public. Under the heading Relationships between Colleagues, we responded to findings from recent Medical Council research into the experiences of doctors in training in Ireland by addressing issues such as respect for colleagues. On hearing the views of the National Guideline Group on Clinical Handover, the Council have added guidance on clinical handover, which is different to continuity of care. All doctors have a responsibility to ensure that they formally hand over patient. Chapter 4, Practice. Special emphasis has been placed on the protection and welfare of vulnerable people, such as children or someone with a physical or intellectual disability incapable of independent living. Confidentiality is at the core of the doctor-patient relationship, but the duty to protect patient confidentiality must be balanced with the duty to share information in certain exceptional circumstances, for example, where it is in the public interest. The revised guidance on medical records is based on freedom of information and data protection principles. The Council has also introduced enhanced guidance specifically for doctors in leadership and management roles, which are evolving across the healthcare sector. The new edition has dozens of major updates that you'll want and need to know. We barely scratched the surface of all these changes in this video. If you'd like to know more, then be sure to visit our link in the description for a larger breakdown of the conduct and ethics updates. Thanks for watching, and before you go, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.